Good evening, and welcome to the Village of Tuckahoe Planning Board meeting. We have on our agenda for this evening approval of minutes for the meeting held on September 15th, 2016, approval of minutes for the meeting held on October 19th, 2016, and approval of the minutes for the meeting held on December 20th, 2016. We have one item, I believe, on our agenda because the 10 Fisher Avenue application has been adjourned. So the one on our agenda this evening is 300 Columbus Avenue, which is a site plan for a new dental office.
I move that we approve the minutes of the meeting held on September 15, 2016.
Do we have a second? Discussion?
I would just like to indicate the caveat that should there be any discrepancy that we default to the video that was taken of that meeting and that the video would supersede any discrepancy in the minutes. Other than that, I'm in agreement with it.
I agree. I think that's a good point. Yeah.
No problem.
Okay. So do we have a second?
Second.
Okay. Discussion?
What I previously mentioned.
Okay. And do we have a vote?
I'm in favor.
Favor.
In favor. Okay.
I move that we approve the minutes of the meeting held on October 19, 2016, and I would include the same caveat that should there be any discrepancy that the default be the video of that meeting, and that the video would control or be the default position if there's any discrepancy in the minutes.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Second.
Discussion?
Nothing other than what I've just said.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And-
I move that we approve the minutes of the meeting held on December 20th, 2016 with notation that we did not have a video, as I recall. I believe that's accurate, and we will stand by the minutes of that meeting as they are transcribed.
Second.
Discussion?
Nothing other than what I just said.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. Our one item on the agenda is 300 Columbus Avenue. It's to expand the first, is 300 Columbus Avenue, and it's the new dental office. Would you come forward, please?
Madam Chair, if I may, just for a minute, the applicant knows there's only 3 members here tonight, so for your site plan to be approved, you would need a unanimous vote. So
Okay.
we'll give you the choice either to go forward tonight or to adjourn to a different night where you'd have more members here.
I'm okay going forward.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay. Hello, thank you for taking the time to come out this evening. So my proposal is to open a new office for general dentistry on 300 Columbus Avenue in the new Crestwood building on the ground floor. The services that would be provided would be comprehensive dentistry, so general, restorative, cosmetic, basically to just help any of the members of the Tuckahoe community and surrounding communities get optimal dental care in a new office that is technologically advanced. We presented at the last work meeting our plans, and I believe that we've provided updated plans, and I look forward to answering any questions.
Okay. Very good.
Can you tell how many employees you plan to have in that location?
So 2 plus myself, and then there are 4 parking spots in the back. So there's more than enough parking for the if I'm an employee, the 3 employees.
And are the other 2 full-time? If so, what do you consider full-time to be?
So full-time would be 40 hours a week. So there would be most likely myself would be full-time, the receptionist / office manager would be full-time, and the assistant would most likely be part-time to start.
Okay, and what hours do you expect to open and close, and what days of the week?
So the days of the week would most likely be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturdays. to be open, most likely between the hours of 9 and 6 generally.
9 to 6. And what would you do with an emergency situation? I mean, presumably that would happen after 6 p.m. or early before 9 a.m. How would you?
What kind of emergency are you?
You're
Because
the dentist. I mean,
you mean not an emergency with a patient in an emergency with a patient in the chair, or an emergency like?
outside your typical work hours, 9 to 6?
I mean, I live just less than 20 miles south of here, so it's easy for me to get here. And any emergency, I'm always on calls, being the business owner. If you meet, I'm just trying to think of what kind of emergency you're talking about so that I could answer more specifically. I mean, I'm always around.
I think of what I've had, which I guess would be an abscess or a cracked tooth.
Oh,
on
you're
a
talking about a
holiday.
patient emergency.
Yeah,
Okay.
patient. I mean, I realize that you can't control that, and it's probably going to be outside our typical hours, but do you expect to have that provision available, or are you going to literally stick to the 9 to 6 hours?
So, I mean, if someone is able to come in, let's say, at the end of business and come right on set at 6 and close at 7, you know, obviously I would want to be flexible for that for a patient. If a patient calls my cell phone at 11 o'clock at night saying that they're having a problem, I could always prescribe them antibiotics and see them first thing in the morning when the business opens. But I don't plan on any, you know, 2 a.m. root canals or anything like that.
I'm sure you don't. I'm sure your patients are hoping not to as well.
Yes.
But it's been known to happen. That's
Yes,
why I asked.
absolutely.
So, and I don't foresee that that's a problem, because it sounds like that, you know, on a good day, that'll be intermittent and rare. But
Correct.
it's possible you could be opening your office at some unusual hour of the morning or evening to respond to that kind of a situation. That's all I'm thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you have the right kind of plumbing that you need for your facility, and
Well, you're going to be showing us the plans, right?
So you have the plan,
Yes.
correct?
I have a set here.
okay, maybe,
Excuse me, could you come up to the microphone, please?
are you the architect?
I'm the general contractor.
You're the contractor. Why don't you use one of our sets, maybe, and
Yeah, they're
put 'em up on
relatively the same set,
put
except
them up on the easel and describe it. Jeanette.
Well, yeah, put this up over there.
What do you think of that? Yeah, go ahead. You want the addition? I don't know that we need it, but,
yeah, that
Oh,
doesn't, the
people
addition
at home
doesn't,
can get an idea.
that just has the site work, the additional site plans. This has the plumbing work.
all right, well, we're approving the whole application, so if you need it, come in, you know, here it is.
What would you like?
To describe,
Tell me your question and I'll.
put it on the easel, and if you could just describe the square footage, the location of ingress, egress, parking, handicap access. Items like that. Just describe the footprint.
Please use the microphone, so, because the folks at home will be seeing this, as you can tell from the TV screens, and they should hear your narration.
I'm ready to go. Okay, cool. So this is 300 Columbus Ave.
Right.
These are the main entry doors into the reception area. You would make your appointment at that point, or greeting. In through this corridor afterwards, and then this is the treatment corridor, and you would either go to you'd go to one of these treatment rooms, whichever it was, and receive your dental care.
Okay, and you have
Bathroom.
restroom facilities, obviously.
Two ADA restrooms, one here at the initial corridor before you enter into the treatment area, and a second at the end of the hall.
Okay, and do you have egress out the back or on the side?
There is a second door here that can be used as egress. It has, you know, the appropriate exit signage and egress
Okay,
dimensions.
for
Leave is an emergency exit, so it does
Emergency
have
exit.
two exits, yes.
Second egress isn't required.
it's not,
No,
really?
less than 100.
Oh, square feet?
No, less than 100 feet.
people,
We'll never have
okay.
100 people in here.
How many chairs are there? Looks like 3?
4.
4 chairs. Really? 4 chairs? Oh,
Yep, each one of these is a treatment room.
okay, plumbing, you know, handicap access. I'm just thinking, I guess that's it. Any kind of unusual lighting on the exterior of the building, or it's what's already there on the building?
I don't know. I know that whatever the doctor chooses to have a sign, it of course has to be approved by whatever the town wants.
Signboard.
So it's what it is. It doesn't matter. We're not putting a sign up. Signage is not part of this.
I know.
Whatever you say it is.
That's why I said lighting, because lighting might be, if he were, I don't know that he's adding additional, it doesn't look like he would be.
No, the lighting's staying as existing.
It is,
Yeah, we don't have any
And
okay.
exterior.
were you able to, or did you get a copy of the sign and awning ordinance? You did? Okay, so that you haven't gone to before them yet, obviously, not before this, yes. Okay. Yes. Okay, good.
And there's no, is this single story, no basement access or second story access? No need for that? Any storage facility type?
No, everything is in this space. This is his area completely. There's no other.
What about hazardous wastes, disposal of hazardous waste?
Good question. The only thing he'd have would be sharps, like the needles. And they put them in these
In the
special
front.
red boxes that are, when they're filled, collected by a sharps waste company, the medical waste that takes that away.
All right,
Otherwise,
so-
he doesn't have
No chemical compounds
not
or,
anymore. The new X-rays don't require the old poisonous stuff that they used to take to develop the films. These are all digital X-rays now. It's done on a computer. There's no chemicals.
I was thinking more in the nature of fillings, but
Well,
nothing.
for fillings, the only thing that they do install is an amalgam separator, and that just helps to protect any kind of your old filling pieces from getting into the waste water. But it's a special unit, and it's takes care of whatever little might come out of your mouth.
Okay.
I'd like to also just add that it's going to be a amalgam-free office, so there would be no placement of mercury fillings. The only time when that amalgam separator would be necessary would be removal of old amalgam fillings to replace with new resin composite fillings that don't contain any mercury or anything hazardous.
Okay, that was, yeah. I know mercury's in the past, but I'm not sure how far in the past it is. It might still be around. And
So we're still taking them out, but we're not putting them in.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. And nothing else along those lines that would be considered a disposable concern?
Nope.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you have any questions? No? Anyone else? Comments, questions?
We have the parking, right? You're happy with the parking?
The parking is, yes.
Yes, they have just 4 spots that are required.
Are they in the back,
Yes.
Yes.
immediately behind?
Yes,
the
where the
building?
residents
They're
of the
not-
Avenue Park, there's also spaces for the commercial businesses as well.
Okay, fine, thank you.
You're welcome.
I have nothing further, thank you.
No, nothing further, okay. Do you want to make a motion?
Yeah.
Do the first motion?
Yeah.
Madam Chair, I think you need to make a motion to open the public hearing first.
Yes, okay, close the public hearing. Oh, we have to have a public. I'd like to make a motion to open the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Since there being no one here from the public, except the 2 folks who are presenting, do we have a motion to
Motion to
close the
close.
public hearing?
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and now,
I'll offer a planning board resolution, otherwise known as a decision. This refers to the applicant owner, Dr. Joshua Davis, DDS. Location of the project is 300B as in boy, Columbus Avenue, Section 42, Block 8, Lot 6. Description of the project: the applicant is seeking to construct a new dental office on the premises located at 300 Columbus Avenue. This is a SECRA resolution. Pursuant to the regulations of SECRA, this board finds that, 1, the action taken herein is an unlisted action subject to the requirements of SECRA and its implementing regulations. 2, This board is in possession of all information reasonably necessary to make the determination as to the environmental significance of the proposed site plan application. 3, that the action taken herein shall not have a significant adverse impact on the environment, and it is declared that a negative declaration is hereby adopted with regard to this action. I guess, is there a second?
Motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion?
Nothing.
Okay. Nancy, will you take the vote, please?
Commissioner Narenberg,
For.
Commissioner Caliano,
In favor.
Chairwoman Chairmella.
In favor. We have a second resolution. Would you read that,
The
please?
following is the resolution decision of the Planning Board of the Village of Tuckahoe. Applicant seeking to construct a new dental office in the pre-existing building located at 300 Columbus Avenue. Based on a presentation in the work session, the public hearing, and upon submissions by the applicant, it is determined that the applicant has met its burden in complying with 7-1 of the zoning code, therefore site plan approval is granted. A condition of this approval is that the applicant maintain 4 on-site parking spaces at all times. Every representation of the applicant made in its application and presentation will be a condition of this approval. Any deviation from the representation shall be cause for revocation of said approval. This is 2/22/17.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
I'd just like to note for the record that, based on the representations by the Dr. Davis and his general contractor, this seems to comply and meet the requirements of our zoning code, so thank you.
Nancy, will you take the vote, please?
Commissioner Narenberg,
For.
Commissioner Caliano,
4.
Chairwoman Chairmella.
4. Good luck to you.
Go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good luck.
There being no other submissions to be looked at this evening, do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good evening, all.